Hi everybody, welcome to our weekly training video. We've got Halloween coming up, I think next week, and so I wanted to talk a little bit about how you might handle Halloween and trick-or-treaters with your fearful dog. Strategies for coping with trick-or-treaters. Who is this for? This is for you if you have a dog who's afraid of outdoor noises and or of people coming to your home, coming to the door, and you're trying to decide what to do on Halloween. So what could a dog worry about on Halloween? So many things. There are a lot of noises, a lot more noise on Halloween evening than there might otherwise be in a lot of neighborhoods. There are sounds of people knocking on your door or ringing your doorbell. Even if you don't have people coming to the door, there will be more voices on the street or voices on your porch if they are coming to your door. Probably more vehicle traffic, car engines and car doors. Kids screaming, which I guess could fall under voices, but I felt deserved its own category. And then sights. If your dog is out in the house and sees people at the door, that could be pretty scary. So strangers in the doorway, if they can look out and see people walking by in costume, looking kind of weird, that could also be a little bit scary. If you wear a costume, that could also upset your dog. And then there's just change in routine. If you are preparing for trick-or-treaters, it won't be your normal evening routine, which can be unsettling. Okay, so what can we do? How can we cope with trick-or-treaters and help our sensitive dogs make it through this evening with minimal stress? Strategy number one is to sort of bail on the whole thing and even get out of your neighborhood. If your neighborhood is busy during Halloween, go somewhere quieter for a few hours. Now, in order to do that, of course, you have to be able to get your dog into the car, probably, unless you can walk somewhere, to go, say, hang out at a friend's house or something like that. But if this is an option, this might be an easy solution. Just get away, go somewhere there's not going to be a lot of Halloween activity. Now, if you are home, which most of you will be, no matter how you handle trick-or-treaters and whether or not you have trick-or-treaters coming to the house, if there's going to be any extra noise or commotion because it's Halloween night, you'll want to make use of your dog's safe space, and if you don't have one or not sure what that is, I'll make sure to put the link to our Zen Zone guide in the blog with this video after it's posted. You'll want a safe space for your dog that includes some kind of sound masking, so white noise, brown noise, music, something to kind of block out some of the outdoor noise of trick-or-treaters. Cozy hiding spots for your dog, could be a crate or any kind of hidey hole they can get into and feel safer. And make sure you do have high value food in case your dog is able to eat during this time. Think about how you can avoid having people ring your doorbell or knock if possible. Could you tape something over your doorbell or use a silent doorbell that just sends an alert to your phone, something like that. Put a sign on your door. And also ask your vet if your dog is likely to be pretty anxious. You still have time at this point to ask your vet whether anti-anxiety medication might be warranted. It might help your dog. All right, so strategy number one was really avoiding. The next several strategies are going to be at home, so using a safe space as I just talked about. Strategy number two is you're home, but you're closed for business. No trick-or-treaters. So everybody hide, and this is probably what most people do. You've got your dog in the safe space, you've got your lights out, no porch light on or anything, curtains drawn, don't have lit jack-o'-lanterns on your porch or anything that would make people think that you are receiving trick-or-treaters. And I would additionally make sure your doorbell is somehow blocked, and I would put a sign on your door, a big obvious sign saying, please don't knock, no trick-or-treaters or something. Because every so often, even if you make your house look as empty and quiet as possible, someone will still try to knock on your door on Halloween. Okay, strategy number three. If I know a lot of people really enjoy seeing all the trick-or-treaters and handing out candy. If it's safe to do so in your neighborhood, you could consider meeting the kids outside and giving out candy there so that people aren't actually coming up onto your porch if you have a porch or knocking on your door. So your dog would still be in their safe space with all that entails, and you or another family member could perhaps go greet folks, a short distance down from your door. That might be more tolerable for your dog. Okay, another strategy could be if you're really into Halloween and you love doing the trick-or-treating thing or love greeting trick-or-treaters and handing out candy, think about is there somewhere else you could go? Do you have a friend or family member nearby who you could go enjoy Halloween with and who doesn't have a fearful dog? In which case you would want your dog at home in their safe space, all the sort of precautions we talked about when you're hiding, lights out, curtains drawn, tape something over the doorbell, sign on the door. So it's very unlikely that anyone will disturb the house. And then ideally it would be best if someone stays home with the dog, if there's anyone in your family who could stay there just in case something happens and your dog freaks out. Okay, so just a quick review. Options for coping with trick-or-treaters. One is just to take your dog and go somewhere quiet where there won't be trick-or-treaters for a few hours. Usually trick-or-treating only takes place over a short span of time anyway. If you're home, you'll want to make sure you've got a safe zone set up for your dog in the quiet part of the house with sound masking, as we talked about. Ask your vet about medication if it might help your dog. And then you can either choose to hide, so try to make your house look unappealing so no one comes to trick-or-treat there. You could consider meeting trick-or-treaters outside a little bit away from the front door if it's safe in your neighborhood. Or maybe you could go participate in trick-or-treating and handing out candy somewhere else, as long as someone can stay home with your fearful dog. I'm sure there are other options, but these were some that occurred to me. If you have others that you like, I'd love to hear from you. You can comment or ask questions underneath wherever you're watching this video. If you would like to be on our email list to get weekly updates every time we have a new video or other content or new classes or discounts available, go to the link at the bottom of this slide, dogkindtraining.com/newsletter, and that'll keep you in the loop. Okay, everyone, have a